Hi, everybody, and welcome to the first round of our new Teams video series. I will be your host today. My name is Tony Capraletti. I'm the solutions architect here at ProServe IT. Kind of be considered the product specialist here with Microsoft Teams. And joining me, I have one of my colleagues, actually two of my colleagues, Tom Skrbuik and David Mulligan. Tom is a manager of help desk services, and David is the director of managed services. So, what we wanted to do is, as part of this first round video, is to take you through a little demo of Microsoft Teams and how Shifts integrates with Microsoft Teams and how we're using it in our company today to manage the help desk team schedules. So Tom, why don't you go ahead and show us a little bit of how this works and how you're using it today? Great, thank you.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks for the intro there. So to give everybody a little bit of background, what happened over the last year as we've been building out different shifts, different ways of supporting our clients for 7 days of the week, 24 hours a day. We have reps in many different locations across the globe and working different shifts at each of these locations. So we were running into a bit of a quagmire when it came to trying to manage, well, who's on deck, who's on vacation, how these things were working, if somebody was going on site, and being able to give that optic when we're all working remotely in different locations, different offices, or even via from home. How do you know who's where? And this is where Microsoft Shifts has actually come in and helped us immensely. What we've done is we've built out, and as you can see on my screen, we built out our different actual shifts themselves, covering from start of the day all the way over to the overnight team. So we have our morning, afternoon, evening, the night shift itself. We have our early morning shift that starts in Paris. We've got some dedicated on-site members who that's literally all they do is our on-site work. So it helps us understand each day where their on-site's going to be or whether they're on vacation. And we've got the entire team listed out on there, as well as even our exec group for when we have people who are available and will be a escalation point or an escalation member if we need them on a weekend support call. So using Shifts, it's helped us do quite a few different things. We can see vacations, we can see even approvals if somebody's looking to request a swap in a shift or request vacation time. You can see that in here, and I do have one from next week. So showing holidays as well is one of the things. So now that we're recording this, we do have Labor Day coming up, so we can show who's going to be off that day, who's going to be on call. It allows us to see if somebody's in a training role for our team. So again, they may be online, but we are working with people in multiple locations. They may or may not know some individual's position out of the gate, and it helps them understand just where each of the members of the team might be at. So it's given us a lot of visual, and it does it well in one place. At the same time, like I said, requesting time off, we can approve or deny that within a window. It works in complement with other tools that we have for HR requests, but it makes it easy for the team to see who's in and who's out. So as Microsoft's been adding features to this, what's really good is we can do a full export of the information in here into Excel, so we can see over the course of the year where we may have been light or heavy with staffing. It helps us from a management standpoint from that. New features like the clock in, taking breaks. These are fantastic that they're being implemented now into Shifts, and we're looking in our next phase of utilizing some of these tools. And it gives us just at one fell swoop a glance of what our team would be as a group globally, and helps others who are in our other departments see where everybody's at when it comes to that. So I know with having David Mulligan, our director for managed services, on the call for himself, this helps from his level as well. And David, I don't know if you wanted to speak to how Shifts has helped you from your perspective.
Absolutely. I think one of the biggest values that shifts bring is the ability to self-manage and provide more rapid answers. When you're in planning sessions or interfacing with other departments, oftentimes that question pops up, hey, who can help us? Is this resource available? Um, who's on call this weekend comes up a lot. That's one of the questions that gets asked. And, it's, I would love to say that I have a memory like a steel trap where I can just, remember these things and provide those answers. But the reality is, I don't. So it's super convenient to be able to just go into Teams, something that you already have open, pop open shifts, and get access to those easy answers. So it certainly helps in that regard to keep that flow of ideas, and when you're in that meeting setting or collaborative setting, keep that moving along and not have that be a hard stop. Because the reality is, most people assume that these answers are kind of at the tip of your tongue there. You should know where your team is, but when you look at a team that's structured the way that ours is, and how complex it's becoming, um, something like shifts is absolutely invaluable in those scenarios.
Oh, absolutely. Tony, did you have any
I had
other
I was
questions?
going to say too is, do you find that you're using this to like as a, I guess it's on the mobile app from your mobile phone at all? Does that
It it
help you?
it does work well from the mobile app. The view's a little bit different, but it does work from the mobile app, and that is it's a good point. This is a tool that works across multiple devices and platforms that way, and at the same time, it makes it easier for team members if they're on the road or whatever, and they're looking for, well, I need this individual to give me a hand. They may not know when they start or if they're even online that day. Again, they can use this as a tool to know kind of where that person may be at that day within the group. So absolutely, it's great for mobile.
And they can update it. They can update on the mobile app as well in real time. Then, so that's, I'm
You
assuming
you
that would
can
be
you can update. You can even request if somebody was working the morning shift versus the afternoon shift. There is the ability there to do a shift swap with another team member and go through an approval process for that. So there's those components as well built into it.
That's great. And then from like a licensing perspective, is there any specific licensing required for this application for um, maybe some of the managers out there if they're looking to adopt this?
Is
If you already have Teams, it's already available to you. That
Already
again
available.
was one of the more desirable parts of shifts when we were looking at this. You can invest in a lot of different paid solutions that
Right.
do this function and handle this, but we had already made that investment in Teams, Microsoft Office 365, had the licenses available. If you're using Teams today, Shifts is available for you to just hop in and start using. Another desirable thing is it's also you can also tap into Shifts using the Microsoft REST API. So where that becomes handy is with that API, you can start to then connect Shifts into your other systems, especially if it's Microsoft Stack. Linking it
Right.
into Dynamics CRM, for example, because you have access to that REST API. You can then engage and actually do some more customizable things, and again see more value out of Shifts. Where
Yeah.
when you look at a lot of the other third-party products, they may have APIs, they may be able to integrate with these other pieces of your Microsoft environment, but there's also no guarantee. The nice thing is Microsoft themselves have made this tool. They've already integrated it into one of their core products into Teams, and they're already continuing to invest in development effort into it, and in terms of expanding what's available via the REST API and what you can do with it.
That's great. Um, Tom, did you have anything else that you think that would be helpful for people to see?
off by heart, I don't think so for the demo, but I will just say it has been a big help for us managing a complex environment when it comes to having multiple locations, different individuals on different shifts. It's been a really good visual tool to see a wide range of people's roles of when they're online in one fell swoop. So that's really the big win for us.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I appreciate that. Um, and I think that's what we wanted to show is that Microsoft is coming up with new solutions pretty much every day on a daily basis and integrating other applications and opening up their APIs to other applications. So this is just one that we thought was helpful for us, and we hope you guys find some value out of it, and we encourage you to try it out. If you're looking to actually adopt something like this and need some help, or have any other questions around Microsoft Teams, please feel free to contact us at cloud@proserveit.com, or you can even reach out to myself directly at first initial last name, which is tcaparaletti@proserveit.com. And again, there's potential here if you are looking to adopt any of these other services within the Microsoft stack, that there could be some potential for funding from Microsoft, but we can explore that after we get engaged. So I think we'll wrap it up there, and I appreciate you, Tom and Dave, for joining me today. And stay tuned for the next video, which I think is probably going to be on Microsoft bookings. So have a great day, great week, everybody, and we'll see you again soon.